Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, dear students, and dear friends. It's a great honor for me to stand here to welcome you this morning. My name is Martin Vigild, and I'm Senior Vice President at DTU and Dean of Undergraduate Education and Student Affairs. Standing here, I think back to other wonderful places in the world like Montreal last year, Singapore the year before, Ghent the previous year, and Boston or Cambridge, Massachusetts, which was the origin for my participation in these international CDIO conferences. So standing here today at DTU is a dream come true to see everybody here. And it's also a great privilege and pleasure for me now to introduce to you the President of the Technical University of Denmark, Lars Pallesen.
Thank you very much. I'm equally thrilled about seeing all you here, conference participants, students alike. We all actually working on the same thing, creating the new generation of new engineers. And what could be better than meeting with good friends and colleagues to discuss how do we do that best. DTU has always been a technical university. We have educated engineers for 180 years, only engineers actually. And in doing so, we have certain principles that we would like to maintain. The principles are that you have to be very good in math. You must master the natural sciences. You must combine with the technical sciences. And in doing so, by being creative, you can, in synthesis, create new solutions, new products, new processes. And this creation of new engineering solutions is what it's all about. Economists have occasionally thought that moving money around would create wealth. In the 80s, it was tried. They called it financial engineering. It had a little to do with engineering, they thought. And later on, we had the IT bubble, where also economists thought that they could do that. And then, of course, the real estate bubble recently, where taking up additional loans people thought would create wealth. As engineers, we know that's not true. We can only create wealth by creating new products, new processes, new ways of doing things that are more economically feasible, that will provide new solutions to users around the globe. And that's what engineering is about, and that's what's so exciting about it. But while maintaining these principles, we also know that we'll have to do things differently all the time. And when I heard some years ago about CDIO, I thought it was a pretty good idea, since it was essentially what I felt we had been doing all along. Except when I learned more about it, I realized that it is a fantastic idea. It's a fantastic framework within to see educational advances in engineering. At this university, we also have a principle of single point of responsibility. So right now, it's our senior vice president. I like to call him Dean, actually, because his first name is Martin. And I feel Dean Martin, that sounds very, very good. He sings well also, as a matter of fact. Anyway, he is now in charge of the CDIO advances at the Technical University of Denmark. But the person who started it all at our university is also present. Gunnar Moore, would you please stand? I think we should give him a hand. He started it all at DTU. And now the rest of us about doing our best not to spoil all that you started, Gunnar. Anyway, a colleague of mine gave a very nice picture of what a university is. And to make it right, I'll just consult my notes. He said that a university is a living organism. It's actually like a body. And the student cohort is the blood that pumps round and gives life to the university. The faculty is the muscle. The building facilities, labs, lecture halls, etc., is the skeleton. And then I asked, what's the management? And I hope they would say, well, that's the brain that makes everything work. No, it's the feet that we trip over all the time. So, anyway, what we do realize is that a university without students is like a body without blood. And it's so wonderful that we've been able, at this instance, to combine having superb colleagues from all over the globe, people at different seniority, but also some very experienced educators, engineers, scientists. But having that combined with a new generation of engineers, that's just wonderful. And that, I think, is what makes my work so inspiring all the time, that not only enjoying collaboration with colleagues, but also see that generation of new brains are coming into our profession. That's what makes it all so worthwhile. So we are so happy to have you here. We hope that you'll enjoy Denmark. The sun is not always shining in Denmark outside the buildings, but inside the sun is always shining. Thank you very much for being here.
Some people say it's 10 years ago since the CDIO initiative was started, and in just a minute we are going to celebrate that with a keynote presentation by the dynamic duo of CDIO, you could say, Ed Crawley and Johan Malmqvist, which are sitting right down here in the first row, just finishing up the presentation. And, oh, no, it's all taken care of. 30 seconds ago, everything was ready. But in the meantime, the students of CDIO Academy cannot stay with us any longer because they've got a lot of work to do. So I'd like all the students in here now to stand up, say goodbye, and we will all come and visit you late in the afternoon. So according to your schedule, you should now carry on with your program. And everybody else remains for the remainder of the session. This will vacate some seats, so if anybody at the back standing up would like to sit down, that will now be possible. And Johan and Ed, are you ready? I'm ready to surrender this to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's just have the transition